afternoon. My name's Alani, this is Jasmine, and we're the president and vice president of the Black Activism Collective, or the BAC, at BMC Durfee High School. So we are basically a Black student organization that focuses on activism and outreach and, spreading knowledge about Black activism and history. And we're here to celebrate Black History Month, so obviously it's February, which is Black History Month. So, as I said before, it's the Black Activism Collective. We haven't started meetings yet today, but we will be very soon. So if that's something you're interested in, you can talk to me at the end of the presentation. So what is the BAC? So I kind of break it down with 3 different words here. It's the Black Activism Collective, and I just want to go through why I decided to name the group this. So the first word is Black. So obviously, there's been words that Black people in the country have been called over the years that have negative connotations. And the first word to really break that stigma has been Black. I think of a story at my job where I work as a prom dress seller, and the girls write their name down on the little ticket to get points for their sales. And one time she forgot her name. Her name's Sanaya. And they came up and I was like, oh, so what's her name? And they're like, oh, we don't remember. I was like, can you describe her? And they got all awkward and were like, oh, well, she's, and I went, she's Black. And the mom went, I didn't know if I was allowed to say that. So I think it's really funny sometimes how you think words mean more than they do. So Black is not a bad word. I think it's very important for us to say words that have meaning to them. And, Black is not a bad word. Black is history. I'm Black. I feel like there's not another way to describe it. And I don't think anyone should be, disappointed or scared to say what they are. So that's why it was important to me that the word Black was in the name of my group to really highlight where our activism is focused and who we're here to fight for at the school. So the next word is activism. All right, so activism has a lot of history in this country. A lot of people have different, connotations for what that means. And for me, I think activism just means, knowledge, spreading love, making sure that everyone's represented properly. And, a lot of people think that activism has to be violent or that it has to be a certain way. But my form is really just, telling people what I believe, what's going on, and making sure that knowledge is power. So there's been tons of activist movements, segregation, ending apartheid, and one of the biggest movements, Black Lives Matter, which was what really touched me, and the killing of Trayvon Martin is what really started my activism journey. So the last word is collective, and when I was first naming the group, I had ideas of calling it the Black Student Union, but the reason I decided not to call it that is because I didn't want people to think that it's just a group for Black students. It's a group for everybody, and I really wanted people to know that it's a community, so I started calling it the Black Activism Club, but it meant more than that to me. When my mom came to this country, my mom is an immigrant, and she came to Brockton, and she found her community. That's my lovely mother there, all the way to the right, and all her friends, and then that's me and my community that I built here at BMC Durfee High School. Jasmine, Moses, Nisea, and Brandy. Moses and Nisea are right here, and I just think that community, finding where you belong, finding people that understand you and your background is really important, and I feel like Durfee has given that to me, and I just wanted to give that long after I'm gone. So yeah, collective just means community, that we come together to really support each other and spread good things at the school. So a part of the activism we do is Red and Black Voices. This is a project I thought of mid last year where I wanted to do a documentary series about students here at the school, and our first subject was a dune. So I'm gonna play that episode for you right now.
Okay, so my name is Adun Olubanwo. I am 18 years old and I'm a senior at Durfee High School. My family comes from Nigeria, specifically the Yoruba tribe. My parents immigrated from Nigeria in 2003, and then they met in 2004 here. I'm the second oldest, but I'm the oldest girl. I mean, being the oldest girl, especially in an immigrant family, I pretty much take control, I guess, or like some people call it like the second parent. I will be going to Tufts University, and I will be studying political science on a pre-law track. I would like to go into advocacy eventually. I do want to go to law school only because I love the way that lawyers think and the way that you're taught to think in terms of law, but I want to do that in order to understand, have a better understanding of policy, and I want to be able to make a change, specifically in terms of race as it's addressed in education, restorative justice in terms of prison systems, and just general justice for minorities. I really love advocating and debating and discussing around the topics of social justice, and I want to be able to do that for a career, so I'd like to go into advocacy.
She's a really sweet person. She's so kind, she's so funny. She always has this light about her, and just whenever you're around her, you automatically feel good.
And she also taught me and showed me that you can be who you want, techie or actor, and still do your passion.
I'm so proud of Adun. She's achieved so much in her 4 years at Durfee. I'm just positive she's gonna do great things.
What will you miss the most about being a student at Durfee?
Probably the people, to be honest, is what I'll miss the most. I mean, the communities that I've been involved in have been so cool, and yeah, as much as I don't say it that often, I probably will miss the people the most. Okay, so I do theater. I'm in the performing arts wing a lot. I do orchestra, chorus. So I really love that. I also do track in terms of sports. At first it was just to get my gym credit, but I've actually grown to really like it. I also am in the National Honor Society and track club in terms of volunteering.
Olubanwo, sponsored by Angela Olubanwo, her sister, Tufts University.
And I founded in my junior year the POC, People of Color Unity Club.
Yeah, we're here to spread different cultures, talk about our cultures and kind of play games, have fun, eat food.
Eat good food.
Good food.
Great
From
food.
different cultures.
Different, incredible cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn more about your own culture, learn more about different people's cultures. Join POC.
It's just a fun, positive place to be.
If you have one, what experience have you had at Durfee that stands out to you now that you're about to leave and go on to the next chapter?
Ooh, a standout experience. You know what, actually, I think a standout experience would probably be POC Unity Club, but specifically the cultural week that we did.
Today, we have gathered to celebrate diversity at Durfee. Durfee students are from all around the globe, and the inspiration behind this assembly is to help teach each other about our backgrounds and our way of life.
Aduna Lua and Yoram who are representing Nigerian culture today.
We did a thing where we tried to level up from the usual potlucks that we have. Celebrating of culture throughout a week. It was actually only 2 days, but we named it Cultural Week because that has a better ring to it.
In what ways has Durfee supported you as a Black student? And you can be very honest.
As a Black student, I think I had to learn to support myself in Durfee, to be honest with you. That's actually why I started the POC Unity Club, because I felt that there weren't many spaces like explicitly meant for minority students. And so I felt like I needed to take that into my own hands, along with my co-president, Addie. And so as a Black student, I don't really think Durfee has supported me like in that context of my background. I feel like, Durfee is a predominantly white school. And so I have gone to predominantly white schools for majority of my life, but I've never had Black friends in those predominantly white schools. And so I think everyone assumes you're this type of person, and so at a point you feel like you need to be that type of person. But I feel like coming to Durfee, meeting all these people, it made me realize that there's not one type of Black person, there's not a type. It's not a thing, because everyone's an individual, and so it made me embrace my Blackness more without feeling the need to fit into the mold.
All the amazing Black students. Thank you, and that's the end of the interview, so you can give a little wave goodbye or anything like that.
So that was the first episode we did last year. It was a lot of fun. I've always wanted to do something like that. So I am a part of theater here. I'm an actor, I'm a singer, I'm in the marching band, so I do love to perform. And I've always wanted to get into the film aspect, and so that was really fun to, get to know people. And again, if you are interested in being interviewed for an episode, please come up to me. We'd like to have as many people as possible if you have a story to tell. And our next episode is going to be focused on sports at Durfee and football specifically. Abdi and Suleiman Haji are our subjects, and so we'll show you a little teaser of that at the end, but be on the lookout for that episode on YouTube. So now we're gonna have a song performed by some amazing Black members of the BMC Durfee chorus. So we have Moses Mars, Maya Vicente Burrows, love you girl, Jasmine Jackson, and Isaiah Johnson, so you guys can come up. assembly, I want to interact with some questions that people have, and I really want to interact with them in good faith because, you know, there are different perspectives on Black History Month and activism, you know, in like public. So a lot of questions that I hear or I heard last year when I was first, you know, starting up my group is, why is Black History Month even important? Move on from the past. Where's White History Month and stop bringing up race? So I feel like a lot of people ask these questions not out of hate, not because, you know, they hate Black people or they hate activism or anything like that. I think they ask them truly because they just don't understand where people are coming from. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there's something wrong when you're not willing to have a conversation and really, you know, listen to people. And I try to listen to people, so when they ask me questions, I don't dismiss them. I would love to answer the questions. So, you know, Black history is our history. Black people have been in this country for a very long time, and this is actually the 49th Black History Month ever. So it really hasn't been around that long. Its 50th anniversary is just next year. And it started as a Negro History Week in 1926, and it's just evolved from there. And I think it's very important that we have this month to, you know, remember things that have happened. These people's stories matter. It's really easy to forget that real people went through the things that we learn about in history class, that we read about. These people existed and they went through a lot of struggles to make sure that they can have this month and that we can all be sitting in this auditorium even together right now. So people fought for it. It wasn't easy. People fought so that there's Black History Month, so that everyone can go to school equally. So I think it's very important that we recognize this month as the great thing that it is, because people tried very hard to make it not a thing. And some things are about race. I feel like it's very important that we understand everyone's different background. It's not just about, you know, being Black, it's about where you come from. And I love to learn about what other people go through, and I love to learn new things and just see other people's perspectives. So I think the context of your race and how you experience things is important, and I think that a lot of people should have that space to really talk about it, especially like in this country where we are so diverse and there's not one American look as there might be in other kinds of countries. So I just think that it's very important for us to recognize the differences that we have and like be accepting to hear other people's side. So happy Black History Month. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And if you would like to join the back, please talk to me. We are very willing to accept new members, and if you would like to be involved in Red and Black Voices at all, if you want to be interviewed, if you want to film, if you want to edit, please, please, please approach me. We are very friendly. Thank you. Okay, and we'll show you the teaser.
I'm Rachel Lama, I'm 18 and I'm a senior.
My name is Sulman Haji. I'm 16 years old and I'm a junior at Durfee High School.
My name is Adun. I am 18 years old and I am a senior at Durfee High School.
My name is Abdi. I'm 18 years old and I'm a senior at Durfee.